Testing out the night vision.
Well, what time is it right now?
4:45.
4:45. On our way to go out to the ferry to go out on the Outer Bank.
I wonder if we should go.
We told us to load up their van and go.
By the time we get there, by the time we get there, you know, it'll be 5. Well, we have to tell them though. Should I ask Roger?
Yeah, just tell them you're there.
Roger? Roger? Do you think we should go? You think we should go? And then you come, you pick up Betty and come?
Then we can take and reserve the everything.
That way we'll know.
All right. We'll sign you in and all that stuff. All right.
You're right.
But don't be late anyway.
Yeah, away we go.
You know the way.
San Jose.
I don't know where we are, but I thought you knew the way.
I do know the way. Going out the back door. Otherwise, you got to take it right out there.
Yeah, we get a red light.
Not much traffic.
Traffic, in fact.
Wow, yeah, one pickup.
70 degrees it says.
But about 100% humidity.
Yeah, you can see it right in the air.
All the little towns
Oh, I see.
along in and out of the bays and all that stuff.
Oh,
Foggy out there.
Yeah.
yeah, it's foggy.
We're above it right now. We're flying above
Yeah, you can
the
just
fold.
barely see the light over there.
Yeah.
Shining on the water.
Yeah. There we go.
Just crossing the bridge going into Beaufort.
Yeah, they get built up here too. Water will flow through the mobile home that they had. About a good 3-inch side, 3 feet there, you know. Those little drain deals there. Deep child area. See how that mobile home set up?
Yeah.
Brick foundation. Let's see. Yeah. Now you can plug that under in. You didn't even move, did you?
Won't wear down our battery, will it?
Oh, it shouldn't.
Eventually.
Okay, it took us an hour to get here. Pretty foggy out there.
Well, here we are, waiting to get on the ferry.
Took us an hour to get here. No traffic.
Yeah, just about exactly an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we left Betty's at 2:05. You've been here before?
Crossword puzzle book field. Damn. Yeah. You ought to be careful when Carl's around.
Well, that's probably the ferry we're going to go on there, I think. First one's on. Yippee.
Yep.
Morning, sir. Very good, thanks. You bet.
Let's put them on the other side.
They're on the other side, I think. Dennis fishing right over here in a boat. Good.
go.
Here we go.
Yahoo!
No barf bags today.
So, gosh, that's dirty.
A foggy morning. We're on the ferry now on our way to the Outer Bank.
They go to Texas. I got that bill done. Heat it up enough. They're up in Brainerd.
There's like the sun poking through there maybe. Thing's been blaring its horn every once in a while. Probably because of the fog. I'm guessing.
We came out
There's my dad, my mom.
this last week. April. Southern.
I'm in here and take, we're sitting in here.
Oh, are they?
We old guys, we were that crazy in the water.
Well, if I can find a place that has a little
This is
closeness,
Miles.
maybe get some.
Very just
So we'll be driving along this route and go out then.
nature trail. This is 3 miles.
Well, 3 miles to the nature trail, but it doesn't say anywhere on the information.
Planning the day?
Places to tourist, recreational activities. Oh, you could go windsurfing all day. You've never done that before, have you?
Almost out of tape on this one. We'll get another tape in here. like the sun's shining up there. Right where we're heading, it looks like.
Oh, it's turning.
Huh?
No, we're turning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're not too far away now. We're heading to that island right there. There's the lighthouse, the Ocracoke Lighthouse.
By ferry or visit us services. Please remember that the w.ncferry.org.
Roger's van right in front of us. Just
Here's the visitor center.
here we are on the island now.
Hoo-yah!
Looks like the weather's actually going to look out pretty nice.
Historic Civil War marker. Got
Oh, good.
museum. Who's in a hurry? None of us. We already got our room set. We know where we're going to stay. Right? Watch out for gators.
Okay, we're going to the Ocracoke Lighthouse, right there.
I'll read about it. The 75-foot-high Ocracoke Lighthouse was completed in 1823. The walls of the whitewashed tower, built of brick with a concrete veneer exterior, are 5 feet thick at the base.
There's like a little bridge here. Duck swimming right over the water. Yeah, a little closer right now. Ocracoke Light Station.
Today the light is electric. Building houses and auxiliary generators. The lighthouse is owned and maintained by the
It still operates. I don't think it was turned on. I don't think it was turned on now. It's too nice a day.
Oh, it's on at night only?
Yeah, probably.
Oh. Okay, here's the place that we might want to go.
Okay.
It's up by the, see, it's here. But
Yeah,
how
we
do
were
you
right
get to
there.
it? I
We
know.
were at the parking lot.
Yeah.
We saw the museum. It was a little white house there.
It was?
Right
Yeah.
there. It looks like creepy Charlie.
Oh, it was right where we were.
This is the parking lot.
With those
This is
pretty
the
rose
parking
bushes. With the
lot,
little
yeah.
pretty rose
Okay,
bushes
lead
around
us
it.
back to it then.
No, I know.
Creepy Charlie looks like.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go back on Lighthouse Road.
It's a pretty leaf. It actually is a herb.
Road and then Lighthouse
Some people use it as a herb. I don't know what this season.
on Lighthouse Road and then 12.
And it's just this big parking lot where all the
Turned around and
all the
trailers
that's
were.
where it was.
That's where it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay. And that's probably the only thing here.
Yeah.
See, I got this thing.
Fort Okra Coke.
To the west, southwest.
Huh.
Oh.
Submerged in Ocracoke Inlet. 2 miles to the west southwest toward Portsmouth Island. So it must be out there. Kind of looks like Minnesota along here. This is the Ocracoke Island.
There's a museum too, right here on the Atlantic.
The ocean's right on the other side of those bushes. And the sound is on that side.
So there's water on both sides. I don't know.
Campground.
Watch for interesting sights and stuff.
Campground.
Well, it's a nice looking campground.
Yeah.
Lots of sites available. I know it did, but it may push more cool air.
Got more trees in this section here.
Chad Hall Creek. Fresh water or not?
Probably fresh.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty thick trees here.
See a sign out here that says bridge ices before road. Kind of funny. This white
There's a white one.
one right in front here.
Please view only from outside fence.
And we have an old guy walking inside that can barely walk. He had to climb the fence. Olga, you do the same thing. You go climb that fence first. So we can get a real good picture.
He's gonna climb over it.
What do you want? You can gallop. How about that?
There's more people over there. They must have special access or something.
It looks like baby Charlie.
I know the name of it is money plant, so I need to
call it
go
money
look up
plant?
the right name for it.
Maybe it's a part of that family.
Most likely.
And there's the ocean right over there.
Oh, he's going through the gate.
I wonder if I can.
A little side note just to make you aware, if you have kids or you are a kid, we have a junior ranger program here at Camp Hatteras. So ages 2 through 14. So feel free to come and ask me about it or ask at any visitor center as you're traveling because it's pretty cool. You get a badge and stuff. You know, nice way to learn about things. So the Banker ponies. Does anybody know where they came from? Any ideas? Speculation's a good word to describe it. Mysterious origin. Wow. Yeah, you don't need me here, right? Yeah, these ponies, their starts are mysterious. Just kind of like a lot of Baker's history here. We could trace most of it back to shipwrecks. We can also talk about today about how they're different from other horses, what kind of physical characteristics, how do they adapt to the seashore, how they've, made their lives with the people around here, and what's going to happen today to the Banker ponies, because that's really important. So we think starting with Sir Walter Raleigh's, you may have heard of it, the Lost Colony, a little further up the Outer Banks, with one of his ships in that party, the Tiger, wrecked. And we think maybe that our ponies got their start there, because horses can't swim, so if they wrecked, they're just like people. They're going to do anything they can to preserve their life. They're going to go find a scrap of land and try to keep on with that. Some other influences in our pony herd, though, it's not like they're just English. In fact, they resemble Spanish Mustangs more than anything. And we know in the 1700s that there were a lot of explorers coming up and down the coast, trying to stake out colonies, trying to get things started. I don't know if you've heard, even Ocracoke didn't really have people living on it till about 1720. So you still had many, many years for things to happen. And anytime a ship might get stuck on a sandbar, what's the first thing you need to do? Unload, get it lighter. And usually the first thing to go was the livestock. So our horses might have come from many, many ships over the years. We just don't really know. There has been some DNA research, and we'll get to that. But it's really mysterious. They kind of reflect the independent nature of the Bankers and native people out here, because they're tough people, they're resilient, they've gone through a lot, usually, definitely in their history to be here. And they kind of remind us of America in a way. There's all kind of different people that make up America. Well, all kind of different breeds of horses went into making a Banker pony. It's kind of neat. You can look at that and think, wow, it's a whole cross-section right there. It's pretty much true. So what's the difference between a pony and a horse? Does anybody know? This is pretty easy.
Well, just across the road from the ponies, there's the ocean. Can't see very far out there.
No, you can't.
It's a whole bunch of sand, basically this whole island is. Little crab just ran down that little hole there. Hoping we could see him, but then everything in that
Well,
one.
that is a big one.
Huh.
Got a hole in there.
Look at this sitting there, conch shell, how big that thing was. This is where the hurricane came through and tore off the road. That's why you see a patch of road here and nothing growing on that side. And all the vegetation on the left dead and all bent that way. It's the hurricane did it.
Yeah. There's the ocean there, right on the other side. Up over the road up here.
Here there's the area that got tore out.
Yep. Came up here over the road, ripped it out. That must have been the year Andrew and I were here, because this was not like that when we came here.
Okay.
So it had to have been the fall of 2003, I think. But they didn't have any last year.
They got hit with a couple of them that year, didn't they?
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Carolinas. There's some more spots, see?
Yeah.
It's all new construction.
Yeah.
Hurricane took it out.
We're coming on to the ferry here. Coming up to the ferry to bring us over to Hatteras. At the end of the island now. Exit our second ferry on the Hatteras.
Sink deeper to the left. We're going down.
Yep. There we go. Now we're on Hatteras.
Well, they got a lot of them going that way, don't they?
Yeah. Right.
What do we turn left? Right?
We were going to eat there. There it is up ahead. Yeah, we just ate in the parking lot instead. Look at the people up on top. Yep.
There's a climb in it.
Yeah, that's where Andrew and I ate, right up in that parking lot there. park. And we'll wait for them here.
$6. Too expensive for you. Just
Well-
climb the lighthouse.
If I thought I could make it, I would, I would pay it probably. But, I'd probably just go partly up.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't swim.
Oh, no, you can go for disabled. Diane, you're going to
Yeah.
Are you going up in it? I'm not either.
But I'm pretty sure that there'll be some going.
Oh, I imagine so, yeah. Okay, I'll go. Now, I don't want you to just rush. Well, you can, but I won't.
Oh, I can go for $3.
Yeah?
Sing it.
There you go.
Oh, you hadn't noticed, you hadn't read that far, huh?
Oh, yeah. So if you stop halfway in the middle,
So you
it's
still
not
made
such a
your
loss.
money, yeah.
I might try it.
Sure.
How much you wanna bet you'll go all the way up?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, here we are going up the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. And I'm going to go up here, spiral all the way up. All the way up. Look out the window here.
I thought after I got the ticket, coughing this probably wasn't a great idea. So, let's take it easy. You'll be quiet. And you guys play? Yeah. Picture you guys at the next landing that faces that.
Okay, going back up. I took a couple pictures with the digital camera. On the way. There we go. Getting higher. Down. How much further we gotta go? Roll up. you caught up with us, so now we're... I'm in the lead now.
I can see it on me.
We'll get the top, we all get a picture together. Victoria's picture outside, or by those stones where you can see it, you know, way up there.
Wow.
Look at how much we're still having.
Yeah.
It goes up forever.
Look how far we come.
Almost like you need to change the battery pretty soon.
Oh, it's like giant spotlight.
Okay, let's change my battery. These will come in and they'll go out. Excuse me.
Hundreds of hours per day between housing and food.
There we are. We're up here.
Guys,
Top of the lighthouse, Cape Hatteras. 200 feet down. Wow. There they are.
Carl, you should set your camera to record and just toss it over the edge.
Yeah. That'd be interesting footage.
More interesting.
Then we'll scream real loud on the way down. Nice breeze up here.
Feels real good.
Seagull flying down below.
Hey, it's for me. We're coming over here, Carl. Film over this way.
Take it quick.
Okay.
Pulling people up.
I know, as far as I know.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I need to take a picture too. Okay, here we are at the top. Okay, right over there. The old location of Cape Hatteras before they moved it is right there. That circle there is where it used to be. And they moved it. They had to remove all the brush and foliage that was in the way. Made a straight line over to where it's at now.
It's the strongest thing you can build. Right. So you've got that anyway. And then on top of it, you've
Got it right down right there.
on top of it going down this way. Even
Look down. Well, if you had a picture of that with the digital camera straight down like that. Okay. The bookstore and everything, visitor center's down there. Take a look over here now. Let's see, is that? Nope, that's not.
I think they just did, yeah.
Bunch of people on the.
yeah, that's where I want to go. That's where you should go.
There's Andrew.
I haven't taken any pictures yet up here.
Oh yeah? Where's Diane and Celeste?
They went down.
Oh, okay. Alright, Diane and Celeste have already gone down. I'm just going to take a look around here.
You guys ready to come down?
Oh, there you are.
I'm not.
He's gonna make his time pay.
Oh yeah.
He worked hard to get up here.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
There's the coastline of the ocean. Oh. They're going to go down.
That's cool.
Once it's here, you have to build a parking lot, walkways, you have to air condition, fix up those old houses. You guys have a good stay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then we our last amount of money, I don't know what the pavilion cost. That's the next, that was phase 2 or 3. Phase 4 or 5 coming down the pike is a solidly built museum. So that the moving equipment that's up in Raleigh for the people to see can actually come here. That you'll see what Hillman Roller looks like. You'll see a piece of the rail with the hardened steel down the center. You'll see a double I-beam locking a jack that lifted the lighthouse 5.5 feet so that you could move it off of the hole. Because even though the center of gravity said it could be tilted, These guys work with Mr. Murphy. Don't ever trust this. So they tried to keep it upright through the whole move. They gave it a leeway of a half a degree move before an alarm would sound. The most it ever tilted was 1/3 of a degree, which is only about a couple of inches. And they, in the core drills and everything, they found that not only did they have the center of gravity for moving, that means it's a controllable structure. If it were a true chimney with the center of gravity halfway up, no one would have bid to move it. You can't control it. And the second reason you could move it is it's so well built. The man that was put in charge of building this was known to be a perfectionist. He did not want to do this. He was virtually forced to be in charge of building this because they knew he would not allow sloppy workmanship. And this lighthouse was the most important lighthouse anybody had ever built because you were losing well over $1 million in shipping a year. At the time of the Civil War, this means $1 billion or more just in shipwrecks, all because of Diamond Shoals, which is not really visible. We don't have enough wind, but it starts off of Cape Hatteras, right in this area, and it goes due east. And we don't have visibility for me to show you Diamond Shoals light structure, which basically is an oil rig. It's a little gray dot out on the horizon to the east normally. Now it will be torn down because it's now a shipping hazard. It's so rusted they can't light it anymore. They have a weather buoy outside of it for the ships that has a light radio, and you can dial it up on the internet. What's the weather out there? It'll tell you the water temperature, salinity, current, and what's going on in the air.
Where did they move it from?
All the way to the very end in the tan sand, you will see an oval on the base of the green dune.
Yeah.
That is the original site. They moved it more than half a mile in order to get it again a quarter of a mile from the high tide line. So when you look at that site, there should be a quarter of a mile. Whenever you put your little tootsies in the water on an East Beach, think, I should have to walk another quarter of a mile to be able to get my feet wet. That's how much the sandbar has moved. Combination of ocean warming or global warming, ocean rise, and a sandbar. Sandbars by definition move. They are not permanent. Where we as humans made our grossest error is in thinking that it was permanent. Started building houses, started putting things on the ocean front, which the Indians would have told us was sheer stupidity. And then when the ocean wants to move that beach backwards, we don't want to move our house.
Could you say again where the lighthouse
All
was?
the way to the end in the tan sand, there's a person crossing the sand. Behind him is an oval.
Oh, okay.
That is a circle of granite. When they cut it off, they did 2 cuts. One on the mortar line above and below the cut granite. Those blocks were saved for veneer. If you were to dig a hole next to the lighthouse, you would think it's solid granite all the way down. No. There's just a front of a block. If you kept digging, you'd get brand new red brick. And if you still kept digging, you would get the slab of cement that replaced the 1 foot of wood.
See that outside of Discovery.
Why was it put on wood?
I don't either. I don't see how you.
Susan, when did they move this? Did you read?
1999.
The lady over there was explaining how it was moved. It was pretty cool.
Well, I think I'm going to head down now. Been up here about 5 minutes, so that's about the time they want us up here. I'm heading down now. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Okay, now I'm going to head down. Going to take a few pictures from right near the top part here.
Stay aerobic.
Got the closed in.
I think I'll film the whole way down though. storage tank. That's where the lubrication was kept. Wow. Get a little better shot of it. That's the storage tank that held the oil. That was good for 2 years, I think it said. The weight oil. Okay. Wow. Cool. Those are the rails there. Control the weights. Okay, all done. Heading out. Oh.
The old place. But it's marked with a ring of stones.
Okay.
But she said that when you're at the top, the ring is...
There it is. Just up there. There it is. This time we were able to go up, and the last time I was here the weather wasn't cooperating, so we couldn't go up there. But beautiful day today. A nice breeze up there. And let's see what this is. Principal Keeper's Quarters. That's where they stayed. Whoever was the keeper of the lighthouse. This is the museum. I don't know if I'll film in there or not, but I'll head in there anyways. Okay, I'm walking up to the old location of the lighthouse before they moved it to save it from the erosion of the beach coming up to it. This circle is it here. That's what it looked back then. I'll just look at it real quick. I'm going to take a picture with a digital camera too. And judging by where this dune is, it's a good thing they did move it. This was the base of it. There it is over there. That's 2,900 feet from here to there. Over half a mile about. We'll walk up onto this dune here. Ugh. And that's where the ocean is now. That's why they moved it. It's eroded away here, the erosion here. It's always moving and changing. The sandbars are. A nice beach there. There's where the lighthouse is now, and that's where the old location is. You can see both right there. Okay, there it is. And yeah, I kind of got a better angle at it now. There's Andrew walking up to it. Just walking up to the base. Maybe 900 feet. There's the ocean. I'm going to take some pictures with a digital camera now. Okay, where's... Oh, gotta take the cover off. Topping that Dairy Queen. My dad stopped on an impulse. He wants a blizzard, so he just pulled right in and the rest of them followed. So that's what we're going to go do right now. We're at the North Carolina Aquarium on Roanoke Island. We have a little bit of time to be able to walk around in here, like an hour and a half, so hopefully that's enough time. The hours are 9 to 5, but we can walk around in here till 6.
But they'll always show the restroom first. Well, we can see everything else.
Does he light up?
The electric eel has the most powerful charge of all electric fishes. Repeated shocks could kill a human.
Oh yeah.
The stargazer, which may be found on sandy bottoms in North Carolina waters, has electric organs on his head and behind the eyes. He's up and swimming. He was buried down there.
Oh, maybe that's a different one. Look where he breathes through.
Okay, jellyfish. Gosh, look at those things. They're weird looking. Man alive. You just look right into them. Interesting. Rattlesnake. Look at his rattle. Yeah, it's the canebrake rattlesnake. And the cottonmouth is right there.
I'll share. And we could have been swimming amongst them, but you don't feel the state.
Blue poison dart frog and number froggies. Oh, I wonder where they are. Ah, there. The blue ones there. There they are. Tarantula. Kind of hard to see them. See it over here. Can't find that one. These are all freshwater fish here. Pretty normal. We brought some bait. Arms and lake. There's minnows here. There's the otters.
I love otters.
He goes underwater. Come on, go underwater. Go swimming. Run through the hole. Maybe he'll come back. Anyways, we need to watch her swim underwater. The roadside ditches. Oh, swimming underwater. What a display they have here. This was between fresh and salt. Pretty interesting. Holy cow, look at those things. More here. Okay, alligator pond. There's some fish in there. There's a couple. And we'll get a better angle. There they are. Whoa. They're not big. We got two. Oh, there's another one over there. Yeah, little eyes. They're closed, that's why. I guess there is one in the water. I didn't see him before. Right there, kind of blended in with that log. I wonder if I can get
then you find the flatfish.
Oh, it's a flatfish in there. That's my favorite.
Try and get out. Stingray.
Good fishing here.
This is the replica of the monitor.
Wow. Oh boy. It's a big one. Wow. Huh. Wow. I know they had big ones like that here. So supposedly glass magnifies them though. Stand back and just look at the whole thing. The big display there. Lots of water and lots of fish. Huh. Yeah, I know. I was already in here.
Caramel Jack is what my guess was.
The shark must be king.
Yeah.
You don't want to shoot straight on one paper.
Bubbles going up. Those are bubbles. No, just left the aquarium. It's all coming out now. We only got a few seconds at